You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Our top story this hour, a plea to secure Sarasota High School's campus. School Avenue running right through the middle of the campus, and while it is closed to vehicles during the day, it's open to the public, giving anyone access to the students.
The fight to secure the campus is gaining some momentum now following the Parkland shooting. Parents, city commissioners, and the school's principal are all pushing for change. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live at Sarasota High School tonight to show us their concerns. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, right now there are barricades on the sidewalks on either side of School Avenue. You can see those behind me. The thing is, those aren't typically there. They're only there right now because there's water main work being done under the ground, so they are temporary. Typically, pedestrians have access to walk right up these sidewalks to the front of the school. When the bell rings, watch as Sarasota High School students cross School Avenue to get to and from classes on either side of campus.
There's no protection.
After the Parkland shooting, Nancy McCord was reassuring her daughter that she's safe at school, explaining how hard it would be for a stranger to get onto campus.
She's like, oh, that is just not true.
So McCord went to see for herself.
I literally was stunned. I stood there and I was stunned at how much access they have to the campus.
McCord's right. After being on campus for just 5 minutes, I witnessed a stranger on a bike with a backpack cut through the middle of campus.
It's a daily occurrence because it is allowed presently. This is considered a public open sidewalk.
Principal David Jones has had students from other schools inside of Sarasota High School classes. He's seen mopeds speed through a crowd of students. He says he's been asking the city and school officials to close off a portion of School Avenue, not just during school hours, but 24/7, a fight he started when he became principal a year and a half ago.
What we picture is having a perimeter fence around the entire campus. And what you do is in the morning, you have 2 or 3 access points where students can enter the campus. Once the 7:30 bell rings, you nail it down so that there's just one access point where we can monitor everybody that's coming in and leaving.
City Commissioner Hagan Brody went to Sarasota High School when the campus expanded, crossing over School Avenue.
Since then, the City Commission has really been kicking this ball around.
Brody has already brought up this issue to his fellow commissioners and plans to bring it to a full vote by the end of March.
I hope that my other commissioners will support this effort because it's necessary.
But not everyone sees it that way. The Alta Vista neighborhood group has written a letter to commissioners asking that they keep School Avenue open all day, every day. The letter said in part, quote, "It would be unfair to impede park access to residents from the southern section of Alta Vista. It has been suggested as a practical alternative that the school can gate the respective sides of the avenue and not interfere with the avenue itself." The decision now in the hands of city commissioners. Brody says that both the superintendent and school board president are on board in terms of securing this campus. We'll keep you updated as the story continues to develop. Reporting live at Sarasota High School, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, thank you so much, Jess. After hearing pleas of families whose children were killed in the Parkland school shooting, a House panel approved a school safety measure today. It would allow specially trained teachers to bring their guns to class, raise the age from 18 to 21 to buy rifles or long guns, and create a commission to explore failures in the education and law enforcement systems before that deadly shooting. One of the most controversial parts of that plan would allow some properly trained teachers to carry guns in the classroom.
There's nervousness. We want the schools to be safe. We don't have the luxury right now of saying if it isn't perfect, we can't go along with it. We need help now.
Please, please, please help us all so no mother ever has to go through what I'm going through. It's been 14 days since I last spoke with my son, Scott, and I'm still trying to swallow the fact that I will never, ever be able to speak with him again.
The House legislation is now ready to be heard by the full chamber. The Senate Appropriations Committee was still discussing its version of that bill today. If it passes that panel, it will also be ready for the floor.
And we're going to have more about how local schools are looking to increase school safety coming up in just a moment. But first, let's get a check on our weather right now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob.
Thanks, Scott and Jacqueline. Right now, we're looking at high pressure building back in behind this frontal boundary, which wasn't much in terms of cooling things down, but it did bring us a little bit of relief. This high pressure ridge will continue to bring us that easterly flow tomorrow, which will once again get us into the 80s. We were near record-breaking highs again today, so the warm weather continues here, and it's not going to go away tomorrow or Thursday, but we do have a system developing which will finally bring some relieving temperatures here, cooler temperatures. Some folks may enjoy that before we get into our summer. So we're going to see a return to normal, or at least average. 81 degrees right now, and we have some clouds around. Nothing average about that. East and northeast winds at 6. The pressure 30-14 is way up there. There are a few showers along the east coast, mainly, and not counting on much rain here at all, even with that next front that's expected to move down late Thursday, early Friday. More on that front coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Manatee County will be beefing up security in schools throughout the county as a response to the Parkland shooting. The plan is to add many more school resource officers in the coming days. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from the Manatee County School Board headquarters with more tonight. Rick?
Yes, Scott, the school board meeting is going on right as I speak. School security is a hot topic of conversation. Beginning on Monday, every elementary school in unincorporated Manatee County will have a deputy. On top of that, all high schools in the county will have 2 deputies instead of just 1.
Primarily, they'll be coming from the Sheriff's Department. The majority, I think 26, will be coming from the Sheriff's Department. The 1 additional police officer from the city of Palmetto, and then the balance will be from the police department of the city of Bradenton.
As for the middle schools in Manatee County, each of those schools will continue to have 1 deputy, and we'll have a lot more on this coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Reporting live from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
Rick, thank you so much. School safety a concern in the city of Venice as well. Today, the city council increased funding for school resource officers, opening the door to a full-time officer at Venice Elementary School. In the past, Venice High School and Venice Elementary have shared an officer. However, Venice Police asking to increase security.
Unfortunately, there's bad people out there, and we need to make sure that we have people in place who can help keep our kids safe.
Police Department hopes to have a new officer hired and trained by the end of this school year. In the meantime, patrol officers are assigned to stay at the schools during the school day. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, we have a major development following our License to Pill series.
The highest prescriber of opioids in the country has caught the attention of the FBI. We'll show you what happened today at his Tennessee office.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
If you've never truly loved your car, you've clearly never owned a Subaru. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. Now lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester for just $219 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down during the Subaru True Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
My Hometown Fest is coming to Nathan Benderson Park Saturday, March 3rd. Join us for culinary favorites from across the U.S. paired with your favorite craft beers. There's also great live music and activities for adults and kids. Buy your tickets today at myhometownfest.org.
designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here. Because
why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Want the latest weather and traffic conditions wherever you go? Introducing ABC7's revolutionary new First Alert weather app. With our state-of-the-art new weather app, you get up-to-the-minute weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, real-time traffic maps, and weather video from ABC7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download onto all your devices today. Sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
I'm Alan Cohn. Is a blue wave coming? Polls show Democrats with a huge advantage going into November. Could that change the political landscape on the Suncoast?
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Federal investigators are raiding the office of the nation's top prescriber of opioids.
The raid comes 1 week after a Raycom Media national investigation profiled this doctor from a small Tennessee town. Lee Zurich has this follow-up to Licensed to Pill.
At 9 this morning, a rented mini storage truck, along with at least 12 federal agents, pulled up to the office of Dr. Mark Murphy. Those federal agencies, including the DEA, FBI, and U.S. Attorney's Healthcare Fraud Unit, executed a search warrant. That search warrant is sealed. The DEA and FBI say they can't comment, but they seized dozens of boxes of records from Murphy's Lewisburg, Tennessee office.
Do you think it's a pill mill?
I believe it is.
You do?
I do.
The Lewisburg police chief wants the doctor out of his town. In an interview last month, he told us about the cars that come to the office from all over the Southeast. Patients driving in from other states for opioid prescriptions.
We're seeing that volume of traffic from Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia in one place. It's quite unusual.
What's the farthest away you've seen a plate from?
Louisiana.
When we showed up to the office, Murphy and his staff wouldn't answer any questions.
Cut that off now.
But a Raycom Media national investigation found under the Medicare prescription program, Dr. Mark Murphy prescribed more opioids than any other doctor in the country. In a 3-year period, nearly 71,000 opioid prescriptions. To put that in perspective, the second highest prescriber handed out 13,000 fewer prescriptions. Opioid experts have been critical of Murphy's prescribing habits.
If you're prescribing that aggressively, there is no question that you're killing patients.
Murphy has a checkered past. The state of Alabama accused him of overprescribing opioids. He let his Alabama license expire and now solely works out of Tennessee. But his prescribing history has now gotten the attention of federal investigators who have launched an investigation into the controversial doctor.
Lee Zurich reporting there. Murphy's attorney had no comment. The U.S. Attorney's Office would only confirm they executed a search warrant on the office.
Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will have a look at your First Alert weather forecast when we return.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Come experience the rugged capability and luxurious comfort of a new Ram truck and get big savings during Ram Truck Month at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Ram trucks. Get the all-new redesigned 2018 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $25,999. Or save big and get $13,300 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Many Suncoast millennials are struggling to make ends meet.
I budget very extremely. I will eat cans of tuna if I have to.
And the high cost of living is largely to blame.
The cost of housing keeps going up and up and up.
With few affordable housing options available, more and more millennials are being forced to leave the area. What's being done to stop this troublesome trend? Find out Wednesday at 6 p.m. as Erica Jackson investigates Millennials on the Move.
Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Another beautiful day on the Suncoast, still in the 80s.
Can't beat it.
It's still in the 80s, yes, and there's numerous records. Now, I'm writing an article right now, which will be on our mysuncoast.com page. We'll put it on our social media, too, the link to it. But of all the records and all the temperatures that we've experienced here in February, which is pretty incredible, you think about it. You know, I think we're going to go on the 11th straight day of temperatures 80 degrees plus for us here in February. But get ready. It's coming back. As I said a long time ago, I said it's not over yet. The cooler weather will be moving in. Some good news on the Orioles front, too. They won today. They finally won their first, I think, spring training game, 2-1. They beat the Rays. And I bring that up because we're going to be out there tomorrow at 1:05 at Ed Smith Stadium. ABC7 will have a booth. Stop by, say hello. Stephanie Roberts will be singing the national anthem. I think Adam Cellini will be throwing out the first pitch, too. So it should be nice weather for that. Sunset on Casey Key showing calm, flat conditions out there on the waters. All is quiet on that front. And the cold front that moved through earlier today, not much to it. It wasn't cold. We were only 1 degree shy of setting another record for this month, or at least tying it. But that did not happen. We were 1 degree shy. This is the storm center that's gathering now over Arkansas. They don't need rain here. This is a very saturated area right now. So more flooding concerns from Texas, northern Louisiana, Arkansas tonight. And it's not over. Another piece of energy will come through, and this will kind of consolidate here and eventually throw a cold front our way, which will be noticeably cooler. That'll move through on Friday morning, bringing with it a slight chance for showers. We're not anticipating a lot of rainfall with this cold front, but what we will see is a shift in our wind direction. It'll be coming out of the northwest, something we haven't had in a long time, but a few spotty showers still into the interior portions of our viewing area near southeastern portions of DeSoto County. Warm still, 81 degrees. We have an east to northeast wind at 6. And the pressure 3014. That is still high, but it's a little bit weaker than it has been. And the high today was 85. There it is, 1 degree shy of the record 86 set back in 2017, just last year. Temperatures low 70s from Holmes Beach, Cortez, all in the low 70s there. 75 now Longbow Key, but 81 in Waterleaf and Parrish and Rosedale and Palm Air. 82 in the Meadows now, and 79 into Bradenton. 81 in Kensington Park. Southgate, you're at 78. Osprey, a little bit cooler right near the coast. You can see almost a 10-degree difference from Inglewood to Northport, and that's mainly due to the proximity to the water. As far as tomorrow's forecast goes, here we go. We'll wind out the month as in the low 80s. So again, temperatures well above average for the entire month. We'll have east to southeasterly wind flow tomorrow. That will warm us up. And then notice what happens here. Our winds will start to veer more to a southwesterly direction once this front approaches on Thursday morning. And there is a chance we'll see some fog on Thursday morning, some sea fog. But once the front blows on through, we'll cool down on Friday, but more so on Saturday and Sunday. Not much chance for fog overnight. There'll be a little bit of patchy fog, not like we saw this morning, but there'll still be some around. And as I mentioned, that energy continuing to shoot across parts of the southern plain states, which will gather us a shower or two. It looks like over parts of Tennessee and Kentucky tomorrow. And then another piece of energy comes through on Thursday across that area. Then here comes the front. This is the European model showing a few brief showers possible 7 a.m. on Friday. And then it goes on through and we start to cool down for us, it looks like, for the weekend. Well, as far as the boating forecast goes, winds will be out of the east to start today, turning to the west at 10 knots. And seas will be less than 2 feet for the most part, with a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 76 degrees. And UV index will be an 8. Partly cloudy and warm tonight, 66 for low tomorrow. We'll look for partly cloudy skies and 82 degrees with a wind turning from the east-southeast to the southwest. And the forecast for us tomorrow, warm, 80 degrees to start the month of March, and then a 20% chance for some morning showers on Friday. And notice the cooling trend. Temperatures back down to seasonal averages. And looking at the long-range forecast, we're going to see this trend continuing. In fact, we could be even cooler around March 8th, March 9th, so that'll be next week on into Thursday and Friday. Be sure to tune in for the Academy Awards, too. Looks to be pretty good. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. You may soon see a memorial recognizing the inhumanity of slavery at the state capitol. The Senate unanimously passing a bill today to create the memorial. It will now head to Governor Rick Scott's desk. The bill's sponsor says it's important for Floridians to recognize that slaves worked around the state when Florida was a territory and during the beginning of its statehood. A similar bill was proposed last year, but it was blocked by a Republican senator who was a descendant of a Confederate soldier.
Coming up, we'll take you on a tour of the Rabonia Community Center and show you why this place is a great place to call home.
This week, as the gun debate rages across America, the Florida high school reopens after the massacre. Will President Trump and lawmakers act to keep students safe? Plus, the Russia investigation. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
I just had a very educational ride with Nina.
Did you learn anything?
Where do I begin? So all this stuff goes into a safety check.
Yep.
It's a long list.
It's important stuff.
Test the smoke detector.
Yep.
Check the breaker box.
Yep.
Meter the GFCIs.
Ground fault circuit interrupters.
Well, I knew that.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Nina, you make it look easy.
Thanks, but don't do it yourself.
Who's your guy?
Thousands of award-winning Honda SUVs are on sale from $189 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You've got to see these SUVs. Get a surprisingly spacious 2018 HR-V, $189 a month, or step up to Pilot for $289 a month with available seating for 8. Plus, we have Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the 2018 CR-V, and Ridgeline, a Car and Driver's 10 Best. All on sale for up to $3,805, less than the competition, at your local Honda dealer.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. La! It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Sometimes just one thing can tie a community together and make it a great place to live.
And now, in a place we call home, ABC7's Linda Carson takes us to the Rabonia Community Center, a place that has transformed that community.
The Rabonia Community Center was first established in the 1970s, but closed down for a while because the county couldn't find a company to run it. That left a huge hole in the community. Rabonia went on a campaign to get the center reopened.
We here in Rabonia said, it's here for us, let us run it.
So finally they agreed to it.
Now the center is the heart of the community.
The once little sleepy community has awakened.
The entire staff is made up of volunteers from Rabonia. The center is busy constantly with programs for all ages.
For the seniors, we have a daily program of exercise. We have the knitting class, as you see behind me today. We have a nutrition class on Wednesdays. And on Thursday, there's a general arts and craft class.
The aim is to keep the seniors from sitting home alone and idle, to keep them involved in the community.
The center is a place away from home that they can come, they can spend time, they can visit with their neighbors.
And there's information on health issues and things like Social Security. For students, it's a second home.
We start our day off with the students here. They stop in, they get a snack, a breakfast type snack, while they're waiting on the school bus. After school, the school bus drops them off here. So this is pretty much a safe place for them.
And they can stay here till their parents get home from work. Tutors and counselors are available.
We teach them leadership. We also have them do skills, work with the elders. We actually did a serving the community for Thanksgiving. They fed the elders of the community. They prepared the food and gave it back to the elders. So it's a great experience for them. They also learn how to be leaders.
They also have all sorts of sports and fun activities.
We got a karate instructor. We got a dance class for the older, we call it millennials. That comes in on Tuesday night.
And there's a library, pool tables, games, and computers.
What the center means more in a sense, unity. And if we can bring everyone together and keep them together.
And the community center is located right in the heart of the community, walking distance to most of the families around here. One of the things that makes Rabonia a great place to call home. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you so much, Linda. Great to see that doing well. There was a time where we didn't know if the center was going to stay open, but they did find a way to keep it open.
Yeah, I tell you, things are looking good this evening for folks out there. If you're going to be enjoying the nice weather, it's going to continue. Look at that gorgeous sunset from our tower cam. It looks to be staying nice too to wrap again February in it.
Picture perfect right there.
Can't beat it.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11.